What do I remember?
Using a condom every time?
Yeah, I remember. I don't ignore it. Using a condom every time during sex is really important.
Wow, Ria is smart. Life will be safe for sure when condom is used always.
Don't take a note. Remember once more.
Kaseng Congress haga khat wei trek risau kalapelong daga jinga ki Thang Dongmusa ban pen pau ka jimbitar halor ka jingshah pyniap dusman badang shen jong ki arngot ki heprit haga jela la ban kdo bai ka met yap jong u heprit news namrta bat ka badang khatlas namrta lalap dien ha ka rukam ka ba isang son bat ka balapen pau ka jingsu kya ka bajur halor ka jinglong jingman jong ki kam shong shngan ha Meghalaya iaka met yap jong uteu khna lalap naklau maupan haga khandai tarik risau kata shisngi hadin ba ulajar ngai na layeng na nongra katba kati khna la kno bakala sha le be ijat bat sha pyniap dusman ha runar arpo ars namrta hari bhoi district kani ka jinga khi ka kdo halor ka jingbom hun ka banang kiu hapdeng ki pai ba halor ki sin jam balashim dak sarkar ha ka baya dei bat kini kam runar bashir khai Habakran Syllad Pathai Kubor, U Secretary ka Meghalaya Pradesh Congress Committee MPCC, Uba Manuel Badwar, ulakan tho ting ki policy turekam ka sarkar, namar ka jing pulam ban wengi ki daw tan ra jong ki jing haka lang sa lang. Namar kata ka don kam ki policy ki ban net slam ban pen khlan ki jinglong ki long yeng long sem, bat ban ken tiyo ka jingat li haka lang sa lang ulaong. Uba Manuel ulapan pau ru ka jingsngo si halor ka jingkan tho jong sembut menteri rangba ka jela uba kami ya katanat kampo yeng police uba preston tensong halor kini ki kam pentriam badang shen da ka baong kaduna ka jingsngo thu e jing bakiru pat ba ki yakandu ulakan tu ru ya ka sarkar bakan shim ya ka rukam trekam ka bapura kaban kenthop e kitanat baper bat ki kinhun bayadon benta ban thawi ki policy ki bala ban wengi ki dauten rai jong kini ki jing
Why we have gathered here today and why we have used the Dongmusa as a symbol of it's not just of good luck but it's a symbol of fighting back, because the Dongmusa for us Khasis is very relevant in our social structure and our culture. We feel as if our society is deteriorating every day. We feel as if our family system is in shambles. Why I say this? Because for me it's firmly on the government's hand. We have departments like health and family welfare. When you look at the name of the department itself, it talks about family welfare. But where are the policies for family welfare? It's very critical for us to understand that every government should have policy matters which are long-term in nature. It should be long-drawn. It cannot be knee-jerk in its activities. And the welfare programs in terms of how to improve the social structure, how to improve the family structure as such is lacking. And I believe this is lacking, has been lacking for a long time. And we've not really think or looked out of the box. So many assemblies we've had, many cabinet meetings we've had for the governments and various governments for that matter. But I believe that it has come a time whereby I think we have to be a little vocal. I think many more people has to come out and talk a little bit more sense. Because when you name a department, health and family welfare, please ensure that the family welfare is also well taken care of. Why I'm saying this? Because I have this, and believe me, it's not just me alone. Many people have had these discussions, and we have come to an understanding that every time, from a government's perspective, we don't have a long-term drawn kind of a game plan. We don't have anything which shows that the family system is becoming more robust. We don't have policies that helps families to come closer together, that helps families to raise children who are not just clever, who are not just educated, but who also has this sense of belonging, this sense of understanding what culture is all about, this sense of respecting each other. And if you do not have that, then we don't treat humans like humans anymore. We start looking at other people as if they are something that is commoditized in nature. We start looking at people without any what we call as empathy. There's no sympathy, there's no empathy, what in English we would call that. So what happens is that the kids and people who grow up, they grow up not having some sort of an understanding of the social structure that they belong to, not understanding that we have to live together. And these are the kind of things that probably is rearing their very ugly face in today's world and that we live in. And I believe that it is extremely critical for us to understand, and it's very disheartening to see that our Home Minister does not have that sensitivity even in him to understand that, while a lot of people who have come up from a social structure which is quite high, where they can afford everything to ensure the security for their children, but not everybody can have that. At the end of the day, the people who are living every day and finding difficulty in terms of economic sustenance for their own family, it's going to be extremely difficult for them to have some caretaker to take care of their children 24/7. It is not easy. So those children, obviously they have the right to live. They have the right to roam around in their locality. They have the right to play with other children in the locality. This is a fundamental right and a human right that everybody has. And nobody can stop that. And to blame it and to tell the families that you have to take care of your own children is something which I believe is a failure on the part of the government. It's a failure on the part of a society as such, not just the families. Everybody are involved in this, and we have to start looking at it very differently. We have to start looking at it from a perspective where everybody has to come together, be it the government departments, be it the various localities, be it the families themselves, be it schools, be it the church, be it anything. It has to change. It has to change, and this has to be driven through a policy matter, and the policy has to come out. And people have to sit together. We can't afford to live in a society like this anymore. This is Meghalaya at the end of the day. This is Shillong at the end of the day. And we take pride in the fact that we always used to be a society which took care of everyone. But where are we losing it now? Our society is losing from every angle, be it economics, and especially in today's world where I believe that even culturally also we're losing out in a very large extent. And I think it is extremely important that we condemn what the Home Minister has said, and we also urge the Home Minister to at least relook at his statement and have a little bit of sensitivity and have your meetings and try to understand the root cause of these problems. And I think the root cause is the main issue that probably has to be taken care of. And for that matter, different departments, whether it's a home department, whether it's a health and welfare department, whether even if it's other organizations like child welfare and child security and so on and so forth, these should all come together and not work in isolation. It's not that we just want statements from all of them, but we'd like to see some constructive, hardcore work, and you stitch them, all these departments together, and come up with a holistic kind of a policy which will change the way we look at life, which will change the way society functions. And it is extremely critical, and believe it or not, it is high time, because we can't afford to lose children like how we've lost. It's not just hurting. It brings out a lot of anger when you see, like every time, like when I saw the video, especially of Krishanbor recently, when I saw the police woman, right, she cried. Just imagine any human, any being who probably is a parent, anybody who would have seen that would not be able to tolerate it, yeah. And the frustration amongst the public at large is becoming worse and worse, and don't wait for it to boil. Because if it starts boiling and one day the pressure cooker will cook itself, and believe it or not, it's going to be difficult for society to function as such going forward from there.
Look at the root cause of what's happening now. See, like from time and time again, I always say we should ban pornography sites. That's very important. And some of the games that the children play now on internet, it's very vicious. Some they lead to,
A mindset.
a mindset that is, to kill somebody or to commit suicide, some kind of that, those games. So the government should kind of streamline which games the children can have access to, and what kind of site the children at large can have access to. And I think it's high time that sex education should be introduced in schools. And even with parents, they should be able to discuss openly with the parents and children. I think it's high time because children, as they grow up, they don't know, when they grow up, adolescents, they know who to talk to. They can't just talk with their friends of the same age. They see these kind of movies or whatever on the internet, then they get excited and they want to try it out. And trying it out, they try it out on anybody. So that leads to a lot of rape cases that's happening in our state also. So yes, and also like Manuel said about the Home Minister, see, they don't understand because for them, security, they've got, ample security for the children. But what about the public at large? They don't have. We send our children to school on foot, they come on foot, they go and play on foot, they come back on foot. They go for tuition on foot, they come back on foot. There is no security. But for them, they have the cars to drop them to school, drop them to the tuition, drop them to the playground, so on and so forth. So, if the Home Minister understands that not only my children needs, gets the first class safety, even the public, the children, they deserve to have that kind of safety where they go anywhere and they are able to play, they're able to go to school, they're able to go for their tuition without being scared. And what about the smart city they're talking about? What about that? Where is the CCTV and all? Where has it been put up? Only if they had the CCTV, we could have nabbed these culprits. But where are the CCTV? So these are the points that the government should take up and come up quickly. How to go about setting up CCTVs, how to send these cops who just stand in public places, let them go to all the nooks and corners of the locality of the Shnong the Dong. Make rounds, go for rounds around there. Why just stand, in a marketplace? Who's going to commit murder in a marketplace? Anyone who will commit murder will commit in a very isolated place, very quiet place. So send them, let them go inside. That way around you can, notice if anybody is moving around suspiciously, you can question those people.
Dude, Priya and Reha both want to meet me today. I just met Shreya yesterday. What should I do?
First, go and get yourself tested for HIV.
HIV test?
You have multiple casual relationships and unsafe sexual practices. So it is important to get tested for HIV.
You are scaring me, bro.
I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to make you aware. Having sex with someone without a condom carries the risk of HIV. Why are you always ignoring this? Do I have to remind you every single time? And yes, you seriously need to change your behavior.
Okay, fine. I'm not ignoring it. Sorry, Priya. Sorry, Reha. Today I am giving time to the HIV test, not to you guys.
If your habits are like Rahul, HIV test is important for you.